Oh, boo! Boo! I hit the wrong button. Good evening, all, and welcome to the September 16th edition of Tuesday with Todd. I'm your host, Todd. How are you doing today, folks? Tonight, we are going to continue on our dimensional pressing. Yeah, on journey. We're going to give you a State of the Union address where everything is on as the business. I'm completely lost here. One of the things that I usually have, and maybe I can pull it up here real quick, is I have notes in the background. Pilar and Crystal really do a bang up job to keep me on track for that. And I have not opened that to have it back there. I thought I did, and I don't see it. Now I'm like, where the hell is it at? There it is. Because I think it's named something else, and then I find it somewhere else, and then I'm like, oh wait, look, there it is. There it is. I found it now. I found it now. And I didn't know where it was, and now I'm kind of on track for it. Okay, so we're going to talk State of the Union, where everything is TRW land, how things are looking, and how they're progressing. You know, because we had some deadlines that are coming up. Will we hit them? I don't know. You got to stick around and see. And then we're going to talk dimensional products, because I'm telling you, as many people had said, HTV is dead. It is not even close to being dead. There is so much that you're able to do with HTV and HTV alone that to go to anything else just isn't possible. Yes, you can do certain things with it, but it's not cost effective by any means. So we're going to talk tonight using some flock, some strip flock, and some puff. That's what we did earlier, and we're going to show you that. And then I think I might even give you a quick little whiz tutorial to kind of show you what you're missing in the Hall of Fame stuff and the All-Star training. So, kind of there's a reason to go ahead and join and become a member of that. So, what do you say we get into chitty chat? The chitty chatty and start talkie, because you guys should be able to see each other's comments down in there. If you're in Facebook land, listen, Facebook and third-party streaming softwares don't always work. So if you're over there, hello, hi, Facebook land. I can't see any of your comments. I don't think that they have fixed it yet. It looks like we're only seeing YouTube stuff. So don't think I'm ignoring you. I just don't see them. That's why you need to come over to the other side of things and see it. So Lily, hello, TRW crew, hello. Kevin, and guess what? The dogs decide, hey, Dad's going live. Let's bark. Let's go ahead and bark and freak out right now, because that's what they do. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Linda. Hello, Rich. Hello, Crystal. Crystal's been on fire today. What's up, Chuck? Good evening to you. While we wait, hit that like button for us. We appreciate it. We do. Which more than that is, I want that share button. Hit that. Go hit that. Share it away so we can see all the stuff. Renee, greetings, 77 Chicago man. Right? It's the middle of. I'm down with this though. Bring the cooler weather. You know what's going to happen, Renee? We're going to go from this to 40s. Remember, just a short 2 years ago, we had 2 inches of snow on Halloween. That was also the same year that we had 65 on Christmas. So, hey, I'll take this for as long as we have. I don't mind having the AC on. Because look, I'm not even wearing a hoodie. Just saying. Just pointing that out to everybody that I am not wearing a hoodie. Here's another kind of dimensional product. This is
super glitchy.
I'm super glitchy.
Yeah, you're like in cutting out.
Is everybody else good with that?
Say it in the comments.
Oh, all right. Let me. I'm going to reload and see if that helps it, because on my end, it's showing that signal and everything is good to go. Everything's rock solid there. Internet speed is rock solid. So what I'm going to do is I am going to reload this. So in the meantime, chat amongst yourselves. I will put on we'll get a little rock music going, and we'll just. And let's see. Let's stop the music, shall we? Let's stop the music. Let's fade that out. Let's fade that out. Or just pause it. And let's see how that works. If that comes any better. I think there was I'm looking in the background and I see that Windows Defender decided to start up and do its thing. I hate it. 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 I should just really get an Apple product just for this. So that way we'll go through it. So we'll see how it is. Maybe if I just stay still, if I just stay still, then it won't look glitchy because I'm only here. So I can't blink or move my head for the next hour. So we'll see how that one works out. You know I can't do that. Let's see. Where were we? Eric. Hello, everyone. Hello to you, Eric. Crystal likes the rock music. I'm gonna keep finding them. I'm trying to jam out. I was in the background, just going like this. Nora, good evening to you. Right, we see Crystal banging her head with it. Tim, thanks for checking in. Feel like I'm at a rock concert. Hey, we got to get you in the mood, right? We got to get you in the mood. And Rick, yeah, how is everybody doing tonight? Your GG, lots of glitching. I think we got it fixed. You'll have to tell me if it is any better or no glitchy. No glitchy. No glitchy. The screen freezes a lot too. Rock on. No glitches here. Still your voice though. You're sticking. Remind me of Max Headroom. Let's see. In the meantime, smash that like button. No, Pilar. I want them to share. Share, share, share. Looks a bit better. We'll see. Looks and sounds better. And this, I do look better. I do look better. Alicia, hello to you. How are you doing? Barb, hello. Or good evening to you. You're fine now. See, that's what I like about when we're it's through the cloud. Is I can just throw on some music and I can go ahead and do a little reload and we're good to go. So I need a little thumbnail that says technical difficulties. Be back in 30 seconds type thing. Okay, so here's some things we got rocking and rolling. Where is state of TRW? State of the Union address. Let's get that off. First off, this watermelon Alani, it's legit like crack. Like I should not be drinking as much as I am at it, but it tastes so good, so good. But I'm also chasing it with water, so just know that. Now, what are some things that are in the works of it? Well, here's what we got. We are still anticipating Wiz 6 to be ready October 1st. Is that going to be a realistic thing? I don't know. We are running into more glitches with Wiz 5 in what girls the last week than probably we have in the last 3 months altogether. And so we're not 100% sure what's going on. And so we want to make sure that everything is fine and dandy and working and we don't have any issues going into it. So if we have to push it back, we have to push it back. But it's right there. It is really close, but we don't want to, we don't want a glitchy product out there for you. So we will make sure that it is top notch, ready to go. I'll keep you updated on that. We're running some things in the background to see what's going on with it. Our dev team is actually getting into a few people's computers that they've had issues with. They're going to schedule that up with them so they can see what's going on and we can kind of get these figured out. Oh, look, Stephanie's here. Stephanie, hello. And the great thing is I can see Facebook comments now. Yeah, I can. There's Kim. Woo! I can see it all. I can see it all. All right. So, we'll see how that plays out. So Wiz 6 still in the works, still coming. We're shooting for it, but I can't say 100% certainty that it'll be October 1st. There's that. But Wiz 5, you're still working and rocking in with that. So there's numeral 1. As far like I said, I've got questions asked on that. Now, as far as shipping, how is things working with shipping? Right now, if you place your order by noon, there's like a 95% chance that it goes out that same day. Not too shabby, right? As long as you're placing it by noon Central Standard Time, it is going out that same day. Now, the caveat to that is products must be in stock. We're still coming across a lot of things that, I mean, let's be honest, if you're selling a business, you let your stock levels go down because you're selling a business. You don't want to spend tens of thousands of dollars on inventory that is not really, you're not going to get that back because that's part of running a business with it. So we have, there's some things that the stock levels were a little off. And so when it comes down to it, there might not be as many. And that's what we're finding and we're going through it. Now, rhinestones, I know there's a good amount that are low or out of stock. There is an order on its way. haven't got the tracking for it yet, so I can't give an exact date of, hey, this will be here and this will things get restocked. But when that is available, I will 100% get it into Crystal and Pilar's hands, and we will get emails out, newsletter. Everybody will be notified of it, so that way we'll know when things are going to get here. That way we can plan, because we said here's a big order that we did, and I'm talking like, what, like a 5-digit order. Yeah, like a 5-digit order for rhinestones to get them here. And so, that's party one. We're getting them here. We can go through it, and then it'll probably be on a weekly basis. We're going to go ahead and keep doing those, so that way, we'll start building that stock back up. We will be bringing in new ones, because we saw some pretty cool ones that came through. So we're getting through all that. So I'm pretty excited about how all of that will play out with it. Um, we will keep you updated on that. As far as like Caesar HTV, we're kind of running the same thing, where there's some levels that were a little like, oh, so today, I got to tell you about my fun today. When pulling orders, right? Somebody ordered 15 feet of red and 15 feet of bright red HTV. Not a problem. Let's go get the red. Let's pull it off. Has anybody used bright red? Anybody at all use bright red? Well, I will tell you this, that when you're looking down a wall of vinyl and you're looking for bright red, you're looking for, good thing I got this little color book right here. You're looking for bright red, right? And bright red, comparative speaking to red, it's a bright red, right? It's a bright red. I know it might look a little orange, but tell me, it's a bright red. Well, I'm looking. I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find it. I'm like, where is this at? What is going on with it? And since I don't have the laptop up there at the shop, I was using my phone, and to try and navigate the back end of our website on a phone is just ridiculous. It's like having a guy with no thumbs try to thumb wrestle. Like, it's just not going to happen. So I sent the girls a message. Hey, can somebody check and see what stock level is on this? And as soon as I sent that, I turned around. I'm like, wait a second. I just got the light just right. Yeah, bright red. It's actually white. Yeah, thanks, Stephanie. White. Yeah, it's white. So the back of it, 100% white. So I didn't see it. It was down on the bottom, and I just happened to catch it just right. And then I'm like, oh, look, there it all is. So that was my fun for it, to be able to, like, where the hell is this at? Why can I not find it? And they're like, it says we have 275 feet of it. So I'm looking like, okay, it's a big roll. Where is it at? What's going on with it? It's exactly what it was, is the white backing. So those are things that we're learning, because not everything is labeled, not everything is in order, and the stones were the main thing, and then we'll work on HCV as the next thing to get organized with it. But the great thing with that is, with an amazing partner like Caesar, we were out of. It said we had a lot in stock of fluorescent green, and we did not, and so we sold off what we had to fulfill an order, and we got more coming. It should be here, I think, tomorrow or Thursday, and then we can fulfill that. So we're working through those issues. Hey, there's growing pains, right? Go buy a business, they said. Go buy TRW. That was a brilliant idea. I love it to death, and we're learning new things every day. And there's going to be those stumbling blocks with it. So we've got that. We're working through those orders. We're getting things out. We are making sure, we kind of, had to, we kind of had some troubles there for a while. When we first brought things in, but little by little, each day we're just plugging away at it, so we're getting things taken care of. And that's why I am happy to say that, you will place an order by noon. As long as it's stuff that's in stock, we're getting it shipped out the same day. So super excited for that. Corey has been busting her back, busting her butt, busting everything that she has to get that done and taken care of for you. So if you see Corey, thank her, because I am not the easiest to work with. In a public forum here, I will say sorry to Corey, sorry to Pilar, and sorry to Crystal. I am not always the easiest to work with. There's fun play Todd, and then there's business Todd, and sometimes I have an idea in my head of what I want, and I don't communicate that well, and because I think people should understand what I'm saying, how I'm saying it, and I'm not the best communicator at that. And so sometimes I need the results that somebody is after so I can figure out how to ask the question right. So, girls, thank you, all three of you, for sticking with me through this, and we work through it because everybody doing a phenomenal job. Hats off, claps, everything to you. And I'm sorry for being an a-hole. Like, I don't mean to be, but sometimes I just come across that. Really do appreciate all the hard work that everybody is putting in. We'll get through this. We will get through this, I promise. Okay, so shipping, everything's going out there. We got stuff. Well, we're gonna have new stuff coming in. Caesar's releasing a new glitter puff. You can probably find it at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. One of those has it right now. Because as soon as you have it in stock, you can start selling it. So their big launch for that is at the end of this month. So keep an eye on that. We got new stones that we're looking at bringing in. There's a lot of premium ones. So you tell us your favorite color comparative to what we have, and we're going to see what we can do to bring some of those in because there's that. There's a lot of sweet, sweet ones out there. There's a lot of sweet color change ones that Corey's like, "Ooh, I really like these." And um, there's a lot of flat packs. Like we have a boatload of flat packs. So any of you guys flatback artists, let me know. We might be able to work out some deal for some content and for some stone exchanges to make some stuff work. I've got a couple of people in Corey's crew to be able to help with that, but I am down with seeing what we can do to work some stuff with it. Yes, Kristen, it is puff glitter. Puff glitter is coming. So we've got that coming. That'll be really because like right now I'm almost positive it's either Michael's or Hobby Lobby has it in there showing it. We got the email today that says that once we have it in stock, we can start selling it. So we'll really start going with that. Now I'm gonna check in and see what have we missed here. Have I missed there? Everybody's smiling. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody says I look better. Hey, I've looked like crap for a while. This is 37-hour days, man. It's been a walk there. We bought it. Matt was pursuing other avenues. Long story short, the sunglass business is booming, and there wasn't enough of him to go around. And his passion is with family and with baseball, and our passion's this. So in a roundabout way, we're both doing what we want to do, right? Yeah. So he sold it to us. We took over in July, and now here we are. When Pat, yeah, we are in the works of that. So as we move through things, because we have to build up the studio space, because I used to do Tuesdays with Todd where we would press things on site, and then Corey's Tumblr factory took over a lot of my space, and DTF really took off, and that took a big chunk of my time away from that. So we're in the process of getting some things squared away. I'm saying probably we'll start doing cutting and pressing and that type of thing probably in the next 4 weeks, so that way we can get good, we have good video, good content, good things on that, good layout for it. Because for those that don't do live videos, for those that don't do produce content, it's work. Like setting a camera up to make sure that you have the right angle, the right lighting from it, making sure that the audio is good, making sure that there's a lot that goes into it. So working through that, and we will start. We'll start getting there for it, and getting it coming back. Yes, sooner or later we will get back into the producing stuff. So now we're talking about the products, we're showing off things that we've done, and then the kind of the process behind doing it. And that's kind of how these next ones are going. Now, I will say the last Tuesday of this month, yeah, last Tuesday of this month, I think that's when we're shooting to bring back the ball drops, bingo balls. We said, we talked with our fam, our TW fam, with our members, and said, what do you think of it? And they were like, it kind of got played out. It seemed like it just was taking forever to do stuff. So we're going to do those once a month. We'll bring those back at the end of the month and start doing those for it. Let's see, purple and glitter. I'm going to write that down. Cheryl. Purple and glitter. Purple and glitter. How about purple and blue? Purple and blue. Those would be purple and glitter. Purple and blue. Yeah, where are you all watching from? This one, no location. Maybe I've got a neighbor. We always love people are saying. Eric says, after working in an auto parts store, I can honestly say that inventory systems suck. All you can hope for is that stock levels incorrect lower than what you have. Absolutely, Eric. Absolutely, because Eric, I know it's probably happened to you where you got products of 10 in and somebody put an extra zero on it, or they fat fingered the one and it was a two. Uh-huh. Yep. I being in the business owner for many years and being somebody who ran businesses for even longer, when we, the C stores, convenience stores, I ran a chain of those, and we did inventory every quarter, and yeah, it was nuts in there. Flatbacks. I want to see everybody's flatback works. That's what I want to see. Cheryl loves the flatbacks. I want to see them. I want to see more. Carol says that she got Corel 24 installed and got Wizard 5 working. Woohoo! Well, there we go. Glad to hear that's there. Yeah, it's been a tough one, Peggy. Hopefully things are turning around soon. They should be. They should be, right? Matt's doing great. Matt is doing fine with it. Right. The magic is to make things look effortless. 100% is to make things look effortless for it. Okay. Let's see. Did I miss some there? Did I miss anything in here? I thought I got it all there with it. Okay. So we got that. We update on TRW. Everything is shipping, like I said, order by 12 p.m. CST, shipping that same day, providing it's in stock. Wizard, we're still shooting for October 1st. We're seeing how that is. Membership community, we're shooting for that to reopen October 1st. I've got Gian working in the back end to set all of that stuff up. So that community should be good to go. That's the one where we do calls on Monday, Wednesday, Friday after our morning show and have kind of an open forum there. It'll be kind of nice for it there. Um, and then on top of that, when we've got that rolling out for it, what else was in October? October 1st, I had a 3 a.m. meeting with the dev team for our Gangify app to be able to integrate that, where you'll be able to order your DTF prints right through the TRW site, and you'll have access to our thousands of library of commercial artwork that you can just add to it. So Halloween designs, breast cancer awareness designs, fall designs, Christmas designs, Thanksgiving designs, design. You'll have access to all of those. You'll be able to add up to your Gang sheets. We will be pushing the hell out of that because that is awesome. That is on tap for October 1st. And then getting the CAMS machines back online by October 1st. That is looking pretty close to being able to happen. We're kind of at a hang up right now because this week we met with a building manufacturer to see about getting a portable building over. They say they're garages and you can park in it. To me, it's a shed, but it is 16 by what size was it, Renee? 16 by 32? I think it was 16 by 32 that they would bring on a truck and drop it off. And then from there, okay, electrical, insulation, what all do we need to do for that? Because then we can move a lot of stuff around and get some things closer to home. So pretty nice on there. So those are kind of all the things that are going on in the TRW world. Let's see. Only a factor of 10. One time I think 900. Oh, not good. Nice job, Todd. What are you using for software inventory rise? We were using the ShipStation software, the Shift for Shop platform is what we're using for inventory, which is not the greatest. Like main goals of things, making sure everything's labeled, because there's a lot of things that were unlabeled, and there's no like master key of like this equals this equals this. So where that was, coming across that, having somebody in the warehouse prior to this, they knew where everything is. It was like Rain Man. He could close his eye, told you to take 37 steps, look to your left, bend down, and snap your fingers, and that's what you had to have would appear. One man controlling it all knew what was going on with it. That's not me. I wasn't there for that. So we're figuring out our process with it. Our process, barcodes, that way we can have it inventoried. We'll know exactly what we have there with it. It'll be easy to manage out with it. Once we do all that, we've got this amazing organizer named Renee, who I think she's just chomping at the bit to be able to scan things. So we're working through those there on it to make it there. Or to make it easy on our side, scan code, go from there. Like right now, Did boxes for everything, labeled everything. Now we printed out the bag labels so it'll match to that. Sixes, 10s, 16s, some 20s. So we've got each one of those ready to go. That's what we building out, printing all those for it. So working through that for it. Thanks, lady. Luckily, it was just a momentary buff. 15 by 6 by 32. So close. Yeah, it was close. It was close. I don't know there. I do not. I will fight anybody who recommends getting shift for shop. I will fight it. Floor is insulated. Yeah, I know. Being up here, yeah, yeah, we don't have those problems there, but fully insulated, mini split in it, and then we'll be able to go for there. I'm I'm telling you, we'll get there, Renee. We'll get there with it. So that's kind of the overall picture of what's going on in the TRW world. Now, what does that mean for you guys? Well, we're hoping that you stuck through us this long and that you'll continue to stick with us. You know, the only thing that really changed is Matt's not here. And now here. So you got a younger, fatter version, right? That's what you got. You know, I think I'm like a year or two younger and maybe a pound or two more. That's it. You know, that so yeah, still the same great education with it. Same the passion for drive. I think you'll get a lot more on the business side of things because that's what I've done for the last 5, 7 years is help others build their business. So I'm bringing a lot of that to the table, and that's what we're doing with the All Star members, the Hall of Fame members. We're helping in those things. So I am really, really looking forward to that. Let's see. Ooh, will products ship with barcodes as well to help with our inventory? Keith, that's a big ask for ship for shop. Now I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if it's possible that they will ship out the invoice, the pull tag. Now that's where figuring out that whole thing, what can integrate with it. Now, when the in the grand scheme of things, first quarter of next year sometime is when we'll start making the shift over to Shopify. And I know in Shopify we can make things like that work. So there. But the good thing is having barcodes on there will make it easier to scan. I don't know if they'll be on every bag because it depends how that plays out. We'll have to see for that. But that is definitely something to be able to check out for. And Rich can't check out the order for the webinar. Ooh, Crystal will go ahead and check that out. And what is Rich talking about? Next Wednesday, 12-week roadmap to success for a successful fourth quarter. We have done that the past couple of years as a private, not one-on-one webinar, but in a private setting for people where they've paid us to present this material to them. And now in this platform, we're going to do it. It's $20 a month. We are or $20 a month, $20 for the webinar. And we're going to give you a roadmap for success for the next 12 weeks for the fourth quarter. You'll get checklists. You'll get those one things, policies to roll through it. You get a lot of stuff, content creation tips, and we're going to walk you through, setting that up because we want everybody to be successful for it. So that's next Wednesday. It just goes back to the order screen. Let's see what it is. So look for that to start getting promoted. We're going to do that next Wednesday night. If you are an all-star member or higher, tomorrow we're talking mock-ups, custom mock-ups, right? That's what we're going to talk tomorrow was the custom mock-ups on how to add those into the design wizard, how to add in the custom mock-ups for like your quick products and things like that. So that's what we got on tap for tomorrow. Now, I think we should get into what we're talking about, the dimensional HTV. So first off, I gotta ask. I got two questions. Who has used Flock? So yes, I have used Flock. You get a couple options here. Yes, I've used Flock. No, I haven't used Flock. I want to use Flock. Those are our three options. Is yes, no, and I want to. Those are the three options on here. Have you used Flock? So Flock yes, Flock no, I want a Flock. That's what we got for it. Flock yes, Flock no, I want a Flock. Right? So because we're going to talk about that. Next up is puff. Is who's puffed, who hasn't puffed, and who wants to puff. So we've got that one. Yes, I puff. No, I don't puff. I would really like to puff. So those are the things that we need to know. because I'm going to go over some stuff with you, some stuff that I learned, some stuff that I'm screwed around with, and on top of that, we're going to show it off for you. So maybe as we goes through here, yes. Does Magic Flock? No, Magic Flock. I mean, no, because we're not decorating with that. So this will be good. Good. No flocking away. Jerry's no flocking away on that. Uh, yes from Renee. No from Robert. Yes from Angela. No, I want to. Yes from Jean. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. Flock. Yes, yeah. I want a flock. Do, 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 do. Yeah, flock. Yes, flock. No. Yeah, look at that. Puffed. Does Magic like flock? Yes. No, I want to. Look at that. I've puffed. I'm sure Jerry has puffed. But maybe Flock. No, I haven't used Flock. All right, Flock. I love Flock. I don't think Flock gets the love that it should get. Uh, I puffed, but not in a long time. But yeah, now let's get you puffing again, right? Let's get it all, especially of the things that are coming down the pipeline. I want Flock. Yeah, Brian, Brian's school colors are red, white, and black, right? Red, white, and black for for the Warriors. Red, white, and black for the Warriors. So look at that. We've got a bright red. That's a good red. We've got a black. That's a good black. And we've got a white. That's a good white. So Brian wants to flock. Now, let's talk what flock is. I'm going to peel off a little corner of it. I'm going to peel off. I'm going to peel off a corner of this where maybe I screwed up on something. Maybe I screwed up on something because I didn't check my cut settings. I did, and then I changed them because I thought I was smarter than the cutter. Let me just tell you, you are not smarter than your cutter. You do a test cut, it works, don't change it. I don't know why I thought, I should probably change it to the other setting because Magic Flock is not the same as regular flock. Magic Flock, like on my Graph Tech, Magic Flock, I cut with a force of 37. On Strip Flock, when I use 37, it'll cut through the carrier. And it did. Now, Flock. No, you can't see it the greatest, but it's a dimensional product. It is soft and it's I love it. I love it because this is something that screen printers can't do, right? They can't do this. And so this is your opportunity to show something that they can't do. DTF can't do that, right? It's just not possible. So you're able to do that. And it comes in a wide variety of colors. It has the same properties as HTV, so you're able to press it. 325, no, 310, 310 for 10, 15 seconds, warm feel, and you're able to rock and roll with this. So Puff is an amazing, or not Puff, Strip Flock is an amazing product for that because just the feel, just the texture, it's something that is going to set you apart. I feel that that's where it gives you, using the dimensional products, using the products that glitter, that sparkle, that add the dimension, that is what gives you retail ready looks. It looks like something like that should be in a legit store, and that can be you for it. So the flock, the flock is the thing. Uh, Now Puff is an amazing product, providing that you do right with it, because something for those that have not done Puff, when you puff, we've got puff. We've got puff here, right? We got puff. This is puff. This is puff right here. So it looks like white vinyl, a little bit thicker on it. But if you're going to cut, are you cutting on the matte side or are you cutting on the glossy side? Let me know in the comments. Are you cutting on the matte side or the glossy side? Because I'll tell you what I did and why it didn't make sense to me. And then it was like, okay, baby, now it's making sense. Now, the Caesar puff that we offer, it is a single press. So you press once and done. There's no double press with it. There's nothing there with it. You're able just to press once, and then when you're done, boom, guess what? Don't hit it again because you will flatten that puff. And that is what you do not want to do. You want to, flock is perfect for hats and hoodies. Yeah, it is, baby. Yeah, it is. I know what you're saying, Becky. It is. It is. I love it for there. I'm also in Kansas. Remote. Oh, look at that. DTF in a wine bottle. No, you want UV DTF. Regular DTF, the adhesive does not stick well to solid surfaces, especially glass, like non-porous ones where it can't grab a hold of it there. Uh, but UV DTF, yeah, I love strip flock, the Caesar strip flock. It is so nice with it. Let's see. When we have held storing vinyl on our shelves, there isn't always a label on them, nor handwritten. So when I'm not there to match my orders, I can only guess what it is. Can you label, please? Yes, we are working on that too because on some of it, there was nothing. And so we're trying to get I think we're just going to make new labels for it because there was nothing there. Peggy, like when we thought we had all the stickers that went on it. Nope. So we're got to create it, and that's where we're like, oh, okay, yeah, Michelle, I'm open to anything. Will make me money. This will make you money. You can flock the screen front, but it's super complicated and take specialized equipment. That's why you're not doing it, right, Brian? You're like, I will pass on that. Plus, if we're doing one shirt, Brian, are you doing one shirt and flock? No flocking way. Are you doing that? I promise you, I know that. Yes, the velvet feels like what's used for Letterman's jacket. Great explanation of that, Alan. Great for that. Uh, let's see, Plars help in with that. Cheat codes for the materials right here, and pressing specs for heat transfer vinyl right there. Go with that Puff the Magic Dragon. I have Puff, but haven't yet pressed it. But you should definitely check that out. The matte side, yeah, Alan, the matte side. You should cut on the matte side of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, matte side. Maybe I cut on the wrong side. I'm like, why the hell isn't this peeling? Is there a carrier? What's going on with it? That's why you do test cuts to make sure that you have your settings right and that you're cutting on the right side of things. So I screwed that up, but we got it figured out when it didn't go for there. For those about the flock, we salute you. That should be a shirt. That should be a shirt. Are there any no nos for DTF orders? Define your no no. Let me know what your no no is. Uh, let's see. I screen a screen share to Todd. I send a screen and see if he can check PayPal after the live. All right, I will. Let me see. What I see. Oh, it's probably a PayPal issue, isn't it? We'll reload it and we'll see what happens with it. And maybe anybody else want to check out and see if it's an issue? I'll give you TRW 15, save you 15% on Flock and Puff right now. We'll throw that code in right there. TRW 15. No, TWT. TWT. Let's go with that. TWT. That's Tuesday with Todd. 15. Save you 15% on Flock and on Puff. We'll do that right now. So now, what is Puff? Puff starts flat. When you apply heat to it, it becomes big. It becomes puffy. Ta-da! That's what we got. TWT 15. I got it. TWT 15. This is what I have. That I need to have like a 30. I need like another screen or seven. That's what I need. Another. You know what? I'm gonna pull this and set it over here so that way, just in case I have that, I need like a couple more screens besides the 32-inch monitor, so I know what I'm doing with it. TWT 15 Flock Puff code expires soon. Maybe at midnight, maybe at 8 a.m. Just saying. TWT 15, 15% off Flock there. Oh, Pilar says it expires tomorrow. So there we go with it. Okay. Now, I found this week we're anybody else in homecoming week? That's why it's been nuts to butts around here because there's just so much going on. We've got homecoming week of stuff that people needed to go at the beginning of the week for spirit weeks for each day because there was some schools that did stuff each day. They had shirts that they could order for each one of them. They will take and run through it. So it was like go through that. We have Superfan Night that's coming up, so they're setting up a store for that. We have Pink Out Night coming up. They're setting up a store for that. We have fall stuff that is just starting that they wanted stores for that. So it is a crazy time. But with Spirit Week, Hattie says, "Hey, I need something for school because she's in junior high now, and so we haven't really went through that. I don't know about you, but since I have kids, lots of them, when it comes time for us to test stuff out, what better tester than my kid? Like this, is what we're gonna do with it. So, what we did was we took this Bella shirt, and we did Puff and Flock. So we did Flock first and did the Puff on it, and by the power of magic, ta-da! That's what we got here. Let me grab the corner with it so you can see. And you can see that dimension with it. Ooh, there's a good shot of it where you can see that dimension with it when I put it right down the line there. And the thing I love about this puff is it is super bright white. The super bright white really stands out. And when you look at this, that to me is a 100% retail ready shirt. Now, the pink probably doesn't show up the greatest on it. I'll take a picture and post it in there. But that right there is just a fantabulous thing. And she loved it when she saw it. She's like, oh, I need more stuff like that. Feeling the textures with it. It's an amazing, amazing product to use. And when you can layer them, and now you can have that dimensional look like this, where you can have puff on top of flock, like, ooh, like there. Like you can just see how awesome. And maybe I'm just biased because I made it and it's my kids, but I'm gonna say it is probably the coolest thing I made today. Yeah, I will definitely say that. I love how it feels. I love how it all works through it. And the puff, comes in. I don't think the puff we have the. I'm gonna look at the handy dandy chart that's 4 years old. I do not think the puff colors are in this, right? Easy weed stretch, holographic, glitter, brick, blackboard, reflective, easy patterns, electric, strip flock, twinkle, sparkle, and metal. So those are not here. So here's what I'm going to do for you. I am going to give you some links so you can go check out. So you go check out the flock because they're colors that are out of stock. They said we're working on getting through those in there. There are same thing with puff. There's a good amount of a lot of stuff. I know that there's a good amount of white puff because I like it, and I know we do a fair amount of it. So I wanted to make sure that we had it for it. So there is there, but color wise, I will drop the link to it in here for it. Black, gray, lemon, navy, purple, white, brown, burgundy, turquoise, light pink, pink, bright red, royal blue, green, pale blue, red, orange, yellow, fluorescent yellow, fluorescent orange, fluorescent pink. You've got a lots to choose from on the strip flock side of things. So we'll make sure to drop that one in here, and you'll be able to do that. Now on strip flock, um, let's see, on strip flock, the word crystal goes. Word crystals, crystals, crystals there. Strip flock, that's what Pilar posted, right? Where is the we had the little thingamajigger for that showed the pressing times and stuff on it, right? Um, that's right, we had that in there. Where was it at? I know I'd seen it somewhere in here where it had the link to the site on it for the did I print it out here? Because it was like 3:25, 10 seconds, I believe. Uh, Luna, can you do rhinestones with flock and puff, or do I need different heights of adhesion? As long as it's not, you go from lowest to highest. And so I would do, in this instance, doesn't necessarily count because traditionally you would do your flock, then you would do your puff, and then you would do your stones. But the puff needs to be the last layer because if you do puff any other time before that, it's going to flatten down the puff when you hit it again. So if you want your puff to be your last going through it, pressing instructions, pressing specs, search pressing specs. We're gonna do that. Pressing. Oh no, I'm not. I'm not. Wrong search bar. Wrong search bar. Pressing specs. That didn't work. What is going on? Pressing specs. Found zero. No. Who posted it? You did post that, didn't you, Pilar? And they're pressing specs. Not seeing it. Oh, how? Where's the Caesar stuff? I know there's one in here for Caesar because I know we've had it because I just downloaded one. Excuse me, and I was going to post it, but I was like, oh, there's one on our site, and now I can't seem to find it, which that's kind of the kind of the what am I talking about? The par for the course for me, where it doesn't work how I think it should work when I want it to work. And I'm kind of like, why isn't this working for us? But for strip flock, when you're looking at your applications for it, you want to preheat because you want to get as much moisture out of there. You want to apply at 310, and you want to use medium pressure, and you want to go 15 seconds, and you want to peel warm. All right. If you give it at least 5, 10 seconds when you pull it off the press or wave over it, there's a chance when you go to peel off that backing that that adhesive still being hot will peel with it. So you want to peel warm, not hot with it. Like I said, so preheat 2, 3 seconds, apply at 310, and then use medium pressure for 15 seconds and peel the carrier warm. Now, with um, Puff, right? Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea. So with Puff, we want to do Puff at a lower temperature. This Puff is at 280. You'll want to use medium to firm pressure on that. You want to press one time, 8 to 10 seconds. And when as soon as you pull that, as soon as you lift up, that carrier sheet is going to, start poop coming off from there. If you continue to press that, it is going to flatten the puff effect permanently. There is no coming back from it. So Easy Puff is designed to only be a single heat application. If you do more than that, it is going to flatten it. So Easy Puff needs to be your very last application when you're using it with other materials. Firm pressure is going to be the key. This is one of those instances where the home iron is not recommended. The handheld presses like the Cricut Easy Press, not recommended for it at all, because it can, not work for it. So you want to make sure those are some of the rules to stick with it. Easy Puff should be your final layer, 280, firm pressure, 8 to 10 seconds, and you're done with it. Now, there are, some other, when you're looking at some of those other materials on the puff, there is the puff metallics. So, like the yellow, what do they have? They have a silver, a gold, a golden rose, so a rose gold, a bronze, a pink, right? And then a blue. But I think they're the blue and the pink are, let me go look and see. Let me go look and see. Silver, gold, golden rose, bronze, dusk blue, and tiger lily are your options for that. So there's quite a big selection that you'll have for those. Hide that comment right above, right there. Let's see. It's yellow, and I will see if I can get Gloria. Do me a favor, and what's the best way for me to remind this? I'll just have Plar Crystal put in my notes for put it in the orders one to take pictures of flock tomorrow. I'll take pictures to see if we can do, because everything digitally, it's tough to see. Because even like when we're looking at some of these colors in here, like this bright red, it looks more orange, compared to that orange. It looks pretty close. So screens don't do things justice. I will do my best to try and get that there for. Oh, right there, cheat sheet. That's where it was. I was right about there. That's where it was. Just right there for that. Good job. Good job for it. Post it again. I see that now. I got it. Um, Difference between bright red and red. Red looks maroon on the website. Bright red is out of stock. I will look and see because I think that might be in stock. There's things that when it was close, I shut it down because I did want to run out. I will verify there. The maroon, the red is more of a cardinal red, all right? Because the maroon, I've got the maroon one here. Remember we did this one last week. So the maroon is maroon. Right, that's one that we did last week with the stones, and that was the flock, and that turned out pretty legit with it. The red that's on here is more of the cardinal red. I will look at the bright red, and I will tell you this. If you want to or if you want to take advantage of a sale, I will order in. I will go verify everything. I order in bright red, and then when it comes back in stock, put. Make sure to put it back on sale so it goes there. But I'm almost positive that in the midst of searching for bright red HTV, I saw the bright red strip flock. So I will verify that tomorrow. Brian, remind me. And can you get it by the yard and not the sheet? Yes. If you go into when you're looking at when you're in our website and you go into the flock, you can go into any of them. Excuse me. You go down into the strip flock and let's select it. So when it goes through, those are 15 inches and it is by 12 inches. So, it's 15 and it's sold by the foot. So 15 by 12 sheet. If you order 15 feet of it, you're going to get 15 continuous feet. If you order 3 feet of it, you're going to get 3 feet of it. So it's not, but even though this thing says the sheet, if you go down a little bit further, and that's a lot of them. If you look where it says go down by the sheet, it will tell you in there if it's legitimately by the sheet or by the foot. So, not individual sheets. And links of 10 or more will come on a roll. Yeah, they're rolled up. We try to roll on tubes, but tubes are expensive, man. We got to get more tubes. The other thing is sometimes what we've ran into is there's splits in some of the things that we're getting. We're like, what the hell is this? So you get it. But yes, you order by the foot, it comes in the continuous foot for that. So great question, Barb. Good job. Good job on that. There's the cheat sheet. There we go. There it is. Link to Caesar Resource Guide brochure online. They did post that for it. Uh, this was really simple, like legitimately. And I'll do a video and I will post it because I know now we have to do another one because we have to do one in their school colors. Because she's like, I really like this. Can we do it in black and gold? And so I'm gonna go. I think the yellow is gonna work good for that, and we're gonna do another one in there, and I'll make sure to video that whole process for it. Todd just had a big old red roll of bright in his hands today. Red is a nice Chiefs red, in my opinion. Bright red is lighter to my eye. It probably shows best against black. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, it would be that red would represent a good Chiefs red, which I know, and that we should not be making trademarked, copyrighted goods, right? We all know that. Yes, we all know that. But if you go to Caesar's site, Caesar does have I believe it's on their uh, Easy Weed Pro. They have a complete, um, a complete team color schedule. Is that the right word that I'm looking for? For Easy Weed. So you can see for the Kansas City Chiefs, they list theirs as red, yellow, and white. So if you head over to the CaesarNA.com, and I think it's up in like the right hand corner of it. Because I was just talking to Patrick about this and how they were on there, where they have it for college football, they have it for football, I think basketball and hockey too. So yeah, so you can go there and kind of use that to color match with it. When I've used what was that? When I've used Puff before, I noticed that it eats up real estate on the shirt, so I have extra contours of space in between my objects. That is a great tip on Puff because Puff, you don't want small things. It puffs, so it expands. So there could be a chance that it swallows some of that. Um, does Puff get old and stop being puffy? It can, but store climate control, you're good to go for a couple of years on it, no problem. Is the pink that you used on that shirt regular or magic? Regular. This is the Strip Flock Pro. This is the fuchsia, is what this is. So if we look at there's the fuchsia right there, and that almost looks more red. See? I'll take a picture and send it to you, Brian, so that way you can see. In fact, you might be able to see it right on the. Um, I'm going to see how well this takes as a picture with a flash on, and then we can get it from there. And that should give it a little more pinky hue to it. I don't believe that. You know, they could be the only red if they would win a game, Brian. Welcome to the Bears Club, buddy. Hey, welcome to the Bears Club. You're as good as us, or we're as good as you. See you on Sunday, buddy. Love it. Uh, Flock on the shirt, Caesar strip flock. Magic flock cannot be heated and pressed. Used just for rhinestone template. Absolutely, because it is adhesive backing, not the sticky backing that we would use um, for vinyl. Uh, I'm at work, but how can I get notifications when you go live? We got a couple things we're working on a calendar, so you'll be able to see all of our stuff at a month to know where we're at for. If you are on YouTube, you just need to go up and turn on your notifications. If you are on Facebook, you just need to make sure to follow the page. If you are members, followers, things like that, you should get them because I saw the notifications come through on that. Let's see. Sure, we have quite a lot of videos on our YouTube already showing how to knock out designs for offsets depending on what software you're using. Yes, we do. Not the flock, but the puff. Which, Gloria, did I miss something before that? Not the flock, but the puff. Did I miss something before that? Mystery? Did I? Let's see. Um, so on this font, this was a design that we bought, right? This is a design that we bought because it was Wildcats. That's what they figured out with it. But I like the design. I like the layout of it. And I am going to recreate it as a live template. I will use the TRW Stadium font because it's really close to that. And that's what we'll use to recreate it because I like the layout of it. I like how everything is with it. And now we'll recreate it for ourselves because that's what it is. No, this one, where did this one come from? I don't even remember where it came from, to be honest with you. When we were working with this, because this design we've used now for 4 or 5 years at the school. I think the school provided it. The PTO mom said, "This is what we want to use for our stuff," and they gave us a set of logos that they've used, and we went back and forth with it. School items are okay. However, professional teams can get you in trouble. Just be sure to create for your school and stay safe. Stay safe, my friends. Stay safe. Of course, no, do not make NFL or copyright designs. My references was to give re- visual references. Absolutely. And that's where even on Caesar's site, they list them by that. It's like going into Menards, Lowe's, Home Depot, and you go to the paint section and there's all the colors of your team. Same concept of it. It's close to the strip. It's close to the superscript. The W is 100% different than that. There you go. Under resources, list of team related colors. There we go. Yep. A lot of companies post the color charts for sports for personal use only. That is right. Uh, well, we have the fonts to make it. Yes, yes, we do. I could probably bang it out real quick. In fact, you guys want to bang out a design real quick? I legit have it set ready to go here, and I can show you how I was going to do that. You let me know if you want to see how I would make this as a live template real quick. We're going to run through it. This isn't going to be a step-by-step, hey, which button did you click type of thing. You want that? Guess what? This is where Todd gets greedy. You need to become a member. That's why people are Hall of Fame members. That's why they're All-Star members, because that's the type of training that we provide to them. I can burn through this, show you real quick how to do it. Follow along. We're not stopping. We're not pausing. We're not doing any of that. We're going beast mode, running through it, and we can do that. Hall of Fame members, All Star members, of course, you know that we will show down from that. She wants pics of the puff, not the flock. Okay, the pics of yes. So you want to see what this looks like, or pictures of on this because I don't have any in this. But as far as the puff, there it is. You can see the dimension. Like that's a good dimension where you can see where it sticks off from it and where it goes through on both sides with it. So yes, you can see how that is. And you could make this even lighter if you wanted to add a contour to it, but we layered it right on top of it. Yellow or orange? Yellow or orange? Yellow, let's see. Yellow is right here. Yellow to me is like an athletic gold. Orange, it's going to be more like your pumpkin orange, Halloween orange. So there's yellow and there's orange and the flock. And the red, as you can see, the red is there with it. And just like, where's the other one? Fuchsia is hard to see. That red, it definitely looks more cardinal red. I will say that than bright red. Thank you for the resources. Oh, it's probably in design with the yes, please. You can still get in trouble with some look. Yes, you can. what I found is a good rule of thumb. If they're a public school, they're publicly funded, you are a lot easier than when they do um, what's the word I'm looking for? Private schools. But there are some public schools that 100% have their logos trademarked, copyrighted, and you're doing that. Yes, please. I love the W. The W is close for Superscript, but not exactly for it. There's all the membership options. Just be on there. Yes, Tim, you absolutely can make your own live templates in the wizard because that's what we do all the time. The S looks more like Superscript. Let's see what we get with it. I'm going to do, I'll pull both of them because I'm pretty sure that I have both of them on this one. TRW Superscript, right? TRW Superscript. Let's see. Let's see if that one. No, that one's not. That one's the W is even a little more wonky in there. Not the flock, the puff. Puff says yellow, but looks orange. Oh, got it. Yep. You got pictures. It's got it in here because this one does not have the images of the puff. So I will get that for you there. Is there a problem? I have not heard anything or nor seen it, Alex. Have you ran into it? Because I have not seen that with it. You can, there is the sub blocker that you could use under it as well, so you don't have that problem with it. Let's see. Hope yeah, we hope you're having a great evening too. Yeah, a lot. They try. Yeah, there's a lot, especially in Texas. You see it a lot in Texas. They go into the GPX show. I was given swatches of all the vinyls, leathers from Caesar, Stalls, etc. Yes, and the great thing about that, they usually have the buckets of them, and when you can get them, you get them. So that way you can, because they go fast with it. Uh, Me too, Brian. Me too. It's been a while. Okay, let's get into this. There's something that changed that the highlighted cursor no longer works the way that it should. It looks like I'm not the only one having issues with that. There's some wonkiness going on with it. We're going to share the entire screen so that way you can see it, and we're going to quick. So we've got hit here. We've got me here. We'll put me down in this corner, and we'll hide this. So right here, this is the superscript and you can see the W compared to that W, it's a little more there. Here it is as a stadium font. So stadium, there's our two options. So the stadium is going to be a little closer. Wildcats, ooh, I didn't do anything with that Wildcats, did I? So I need to change this. We're just going to find a college athletic, right? If we can spell, well, listen, college block, yeah, that works. I'm going to run through this, bang through this. We're gonna make some stuff happen with it. I'm gonna change these some colors. I'm gonna lock this bad boy down so that way it can't move on me. And we're gonna burn through this real quick. So we're gonna make this about right here. We're sliding this over so we can make this here. And that's that one for it. Okay, cool. We're gonna do this. Now, let's see. I'm gonna need two different ways on this because I'm gonna need one down here too. And then I'm going to need one for in the middle, right? I'm going to need one for in the middle. So for the middle one, let's see, we've got this. I'm going to come over to our design wizard and in our text effects, we're just going to have this as a single color, one color live text apply. Boom, that's a live template now. We're going to do the same thing on this one. One color apply, done. One color apply, done. I'm telling you, I'm burning through this. You want the slowed down version? You know what you need to do? You need to become a member because then we go nice and slow for that. So we're going to take our top one. We're just going to manipulate some nodes. We'll add node right here, and we're just going to pull this one down to about right there. We're going to add a node right about there, and we're going to pull that one up to right about there. And let's see, there's that one. Yep, nodes. Yeah, we're going to keep that right about there. That looks good there. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm telling you, burning through this, burning through this. I'm going to do the same thing. We've got a node. We're going to bring this guy up. So we'll click on right there. There we go. We're going to bring him up to right about there. We're going to bring that about right there. And we're going to do one right underneath it. And maybe, there it is. We'll bring that right about there. All right, this needs to come down a little because it's kicking into it. So like I said, we're going to burn through this pretty quick. So that way, like I said, not the, not the, not the super best way to take my time and go through it and say, hey, here's what we're doing on it. Nodes, baby. Nodes, that's what we want. There we go. We're going to pull that down there. Okay, so we've got that one taken care of. We're going to make a few of these ones. So we'll copy that one. We'll drop that one right there. And we need another one right there. Okay, cool. We've got this. And now I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to space them so they're all spaced correctly. My alignment tool. Which one are we going to go? We'll see how that one looks. Nope, that one doesn't look good. We're going to go with this one. Yep, that one looks pretty close with it. Pretty close. No, something happened there because we've got a lot of space between these. So let's see what we got and how we can make it work happen a little bit closer. Yes, no, maybe so. Still not the greatest because we've got all the wonkiness going on with it. No, we just might have to manually manipulate. We're going to manually manipulate them. That's what we're going to do. So we'll bring this guy up here. Then we're going to bring this guy down here a little. Just going to grab, pull, grab, pull. I know, I'm going fast. I'm going fast. And then our guy down here, we're just going to, once again, go for the nodes. We are going to grab this one and we're going to make it so we can just bend that up a little. There it is. Then overall, we're going to click it. We'll bring it down just a bit. Okay. Now, we've got that one done. So we've got all of ours here. I like the solid look because it's a lot better to go through and get it right there. And you can use the, like Eric says, I use a series of 5 rectangles. Nope, I'm only using one because I need 2 different ones for it. It makes it, to me, once I do that first one and that second one, then I can have it as far down as it goes. We've got the 2 different pieces in here. You can create it inside the magic template down here. Magic, edit, magic templates. You can create them down here in it. And we can show that in a training, right? This is how I can burn through it real quick. Now we'll take this guy and we're going to change this to yellow so I can see what I'm doing here. We'll bring him to the front. Ta-da. No, we'll bring him to the front by hitting the front button and we're going to make him right about like that. We'll make him here. We're going to maybe stretch him a little right there. And let's go ahead and we're just gonna skew him a little, right? Yeah, we're just gonna skew him a little so he's just a little wonkiness like that. Okay, perfect. We got that. I'm gonna come into our mama said, where are you? Mama said. Text effects, geez. We're going to make this a 2-color text effects. All right, 2-color text effects. We're going to apply. Boom. Now we've got that. Okay. Want a chunkier one? So I'm going to come up here and la 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 till it's nice and chunky. Okay. Now, as I select all of these and bring it over here, ta-da! We pretty much made this design that we have are showing on this. I'm going to take this one right here. I'll make sure that it's centered in between everything and centered. All right, that's centered right there with it. Now, this is live template as it is right here. What does that mean? If I come in to our live template editor, the design wizard, and I say find text, it is going to find wildcats. It's find all the wildcats for me. It found the uppercase and it found the lowercase for it. So now we're at wildcats. Now let's say we are the pigeons, right? Pigeons, ta-da! Pigeons, all set. Pigeons, we're set. Wildcats. Oh, there's that one. Pigeons. We're back here to pigeons. I want to see all of them. Actually, I'm going to Control Z back as it goes back through because I want to separate them. And the reason I want to separate them, let's see how far back we can go with this, is because with them all being the same, we could see where it took the wildcats to that and made it bigger. So if we show all of them, now I can see that there are, oh, did I? Oh, I see what you did, Todd. I see what you did. Because I didn't capitalize those ones because they're all their title case. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. These are all things that I find that I do to screw things up with it. So we go in here and there's the Wildcats. That one is the right Wildcats. These ones are not. So if we go pigeons, right? Pigeons, P-I-G-E-O-N-S. Pigeons, right? Now we got the pigeons. Now, if I click off this and show the text, now we got Wildcats, pigeons, pigeons, P-I-G-E-O-N-S, right? No, not those. How about these ones? These kind of pigeons. These kind of pigeons, right? And there's that for it. So now, live template. We just made that through here, and we made that in like 3 minutes with it. Now, if I would go through, if I'm doing this legitimately for that, I will go through the correct, make sure everything is looking good, make sure everything is spaced here, which is where it needs to be. Now, if I'm going to cut this, here's some options that I'm going to do with it. Always make a copy before I do anything wild, so that way I have the original to work off of. I've got two different versions of this here. I'm going to take all of our red pigeons, right? I'm going to take all of our red pigeons that we have. I'm going to weld those bad boys together. So they are now officially welded together. I'm going to take my top pigeon and I'm going to right click on the contour and I'm going to break the contour apart. And here's where we got some options because I'm going to show you a few different ways that we can make this and then you guys can decide which way that you like on it. So we've got this one here where we can take this and we can add a contour around it just like we did. We're going to change this color so that way we can see the color of our contour. No, change it over here so I can, why? Whatever, fine, fine, fine. I don't care, just pick a color, baby. All right, I don't like how thick that is. Bring that down a little. Okay, so now we can come in here and we'll break that one apart. Select our green, select our red, and we will trim it out. So boom, done. Now we'll have the outline around it. And we have it set as this. So what do we want to do? All right. Well, we can leave this layered. So now we have this one and this one where we can leave it layered and change it here. And now that's all one. And this the second layer. Or we can take the yellow and the red and we can trim that out as well. And now it's a single color design. Oh shit. I didn't say that out loud. I didn't say that out loud. We're going to weld that first. And then we're going to do it. Then we'll come back in and then we'll trim it. And then what the hell? What's going on here? Oh, because let's see. Break this apart. That's why. That's why, sir, because you already did that. You already did that, Todd. Quit trying to get all fancy on people. There. Now, if we weld and now we trim, now we should be good to go with it. There. So single color design, or we can have it as the two color design where it is this one here. And you seen how quick we ran through all of that to make it there. So there's the pigeons, you have that black. There it is. Pigeons black. Done, done, done. All the way through that. So pretty simple, pretty easy, and not too difficult. But before we get to this part, this is where I always work off copies of things because this is still editable. So once I get how it is, and then I can get into it here. And we'll do a lot of these ones because like this, if we put black behind this, right? Say it's going on a black shirt, kind of gives it a two-color design because you're using the shirt as a color here. So you're able to take a single color image, one color, boom. But because you did it this way, you're actually, excuse me, you're actually able to make it look like it's two-color design. So there's a little Bob's your uncle funness, right? Okay. Uh, let's remove that for it. Questions, comments, concerns. Remember, TWT 15 will save you 15% off Flock and off Puff. I will verify colors tomorrow. We have Makers and Movers podcast, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're in our mentorship community, we have that call at 9:30. If you are in our Hall of Fame, we have that call at 11. And then I will go to the facility and then I will check into it. So it'll be early afternoon before we get there for it. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I've done it mentally about 3 different ways. That's the best thing I love about this. So many different ways to be able to do it because there's so much like I said, there's 37 ways to skin a cat. I know 2 ways. And you can make things cleaner. You can make things different. You can do it however you want. So that's where you can, super simple to make live templates. And to me, that one looks, pretty, pretty fashion forward, pretty straight. We had that made in like 5 minutes. I would probably spend maybe about 15 on it if I was going to actually do it as a custom template for our catalog to be able to use for it. But that is definitely some things to consider when you're doing it. The more time you take with it, the more perfect you make it for yourself. Hey, that's something that you can use on a lot of things. And we'll use template-based things like this so we can have a cohesive look across, a spectrum of things. So, the band looks the same as the football, that looks the same as basketball, that looks there. So they all have the same template. It all looks the same, but they are all unique in their own way with it. All right, let's see. Uh, wouldn't it be easier to copy the top edited one for the middle three since that is one the same shape? The top and the bottoms are two different ones because you got a flat top and a flat bottom. And then the ones in the middle are the ones that are going to be wonky wavy. So you would do one there and then copy that down from there. Um, so let's see any other questions, comments, concerns that are in here as I roll through. I know that we've got some stuff, right? We've got some stuff we can give away. Uh, Webinar Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, next next Wednesday night. I bet I bet we could do something where we could well, maybe we'll talk about that. Talk about what I can give away and not give away. So I will, I will, I will keep that in my pocket to be able to look for it. Do we want to give stuff away? Do we want to give stuff away to a random winner and a 5-year member? Do we? Do we? Plar and Crystal, if we do, throw it in there so I know who to choose from for that because I know there's that. We did a TRW crew. If you are in any of our mentorship or in any of our memberships, we have got the TRW crew design. Hashtag up that so we can see how your things look in that. What's Brian? Container lid, pay, late to the party. What live template? This is one we just made, Stephanie. We were going through it and just showing how we were able to take. This was a design that was brought to us from a school that we did, and so I said, after I did this one, I really liked it, and so I want to create our own version of this. So I said, here's how quick and easy we can do it, and that's what we did. Was we made it pretty quick with it. Um, let's see, just made a video using Caesar Strip Flock Pro and Hotfix Stones. Love it, love it. Still in edit mode. Guys, the combo was so nice on a denim jacket. Plug tomorrow, remind me on editing and video because I think Gian can help us with a lot of that where we can just turn it over and I think she'll take care of it for us. What do you think of that? That's it. Then she's gonna be there to help us on a lot of those things that are just time sucks for us. But there has gotta be. There is. There's. Hey Siri, is there any schools that have pigeons as mascots? Let's find out real quick.
There is at least one school that has a pigeon as its mascot. The Arizona School for the Arts has a one-legged pigeon named Stumpy. This answer is from Wikipedia.
Come on. A one-legged pigeon named Stumpy? That is. There you go, Vi. You got it. You got it. Pilar's going to show it. That's what once it edited, she will be able to show it off. Let's see. What else have I got in here? Watching there. Who cares about the background noises? Can hear you, right? Tonight's coupon, right? TWT, that's Tuesday with Todd, 15 for 15% off Flock and Puff. Will expire tomorrow. Hey, I just burned through that one. That one is pretty good, including me and her. No barking. She's yelling that at me. No barking. No barking. No barking. That gets to Flock there. Yep. And then there should be the one for the Puff. Is Magic Templates the same as creating envelopes? Oh, really close to it, Michelle. And Michelle, I will say we turned your question over to the developer. Like we might have a lead on Font Collector. That's right. I think it was Font Collector. Let's see. I have a butter yellow shirt that needs SS10s and SS6s for a design. Ultra citrine. I only have SS6s in champagne and crystals. I need on yellow. What's the other stuff you're doing? Can't go wrong with black. Black looks good on yellow. Hey, it's black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. There's a reason. There's a song about it, right? Just say it. And I'm not saying I'm biased because I'm not a Hawkeyes fan at all, but they're our local college, like a half hour, 45 minutes from here. Go Knowles, baby. Let's see, man. Did you see no packs yet? I need to see if there is one you put on the site. But LT's live templates only work this season in the wizard. They do, and you can make them work without the wizard, but it is a lot easier to make them work with the wizard. Uh, let's see. When I told Matt that using the B spline tool is like digitizing, so I already had a handle on use it. He was shocked to hear that. Yeah, you just. I'm not digitizing nothing. We got people for that. I got people for that. So much to learn. Always, Jerry. If you're not learning, you're not earning, baby. You're not learning, you're not earning. Favorite nickname for him was B spline. I love the B spline. I use it every day. Between that and the wizard, go to every day on stuff. We showed that today making mock-ups in our Hall of Fame training. So if you missed that, just saying. uh, would not be able to have it as a live template with all those trims. That's why you do it beforehand. So you have the different versions of it, Tim. You build it out as a live template, and then when you have it where you want it, then you do all of your stuff. It's so that way it's cut ready, print ready, however ready it is for. And in print ready, you don't even need to do the cuts unless you're having that reverse image show through. But you stick with the same one because that's the same thing with all live templates. You have it there's your live template, and then you make a copy of it to go there. Renee, have a great night. Thank you for stopping in. An SS6 line across the shoulders or something from a two-tone. I'm it. Arizona School for the Arts, right? That's what we're saying. One-legged pigeon mascot. Yes, right. We will. You missed it earlier. Probably 4 to 6 weeks out on that. Reason being is we need to get our together, right? In order to properly do that, we need multiple cameras set up for it. Before, when I would do it, I would just move one camera back and forth, and now I need a little get more polished with it. So to make sure that we have the multiple camera views on it, that the lighting's good, sound is good. It's just all a process, but we will be getting into those 4 to 6 weeks. Maybe by my birthday present to myself is we'll get a lot of that. There are pigeon racing teams. We have those here. We have those here. It is awesome, awesome, awesome. Woohoo! Way to go, Pilar. Thank you for that. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Now it's in your head too. Yes, Pilar. Woohoo! Got it, got it, got it. Love that song. Now it's in your head. Now it's in your head. Totally asked what you mentioned. We was looking for Yellowstone. Sorry, Black Sapphire Red. Yeah, it depends on what that other one is going to be for it. If you wanted that exact W from the Wildcats, there's an easy way to do it in the Wizard. You want a quick how to? Is there an easy way to do it? There is an easy way to do it. Very easy way to do it. And here's the easy way to do it. Here, you want this W. Remember, my blinker doesn't work. So over here on the left-hand side, I'm going down, and below my color eyedropper is my third favorite tool, is the Smart Fill tool. I'll take my Smart Fill, I'll put it in there. Now I got the W. That's it. Smart Fill, baby. Smart Fill, Smart Fill, Smart Fill. OH, you were not good. Michigan, baby. Michigan, right? You guys may be national champs, but 2 losses. Just saying. Just saying. Let's see, Plar's getting all those for it. Red and yellow, red and yellow. Blue and navy, blue and navy, blue and navy. You got to sing it. If you don't sing it, I don't want to hear it. Can you imagine seeing your mascot hopping on the field? I want to know, do they have a crutch? Like, come on. That's everybody's goal. Okay, for everybody not in the crafting group or on the page, they have no clue what we're talking about with a one-legged pigeon. So I would like to see your one-legged pigeon on all the across all the pages. People are gonna be like, "What the hell are they doing?" Let's go. I want to see that. I want to see one-legged pigeons on stuff. Um, if you have vector, not as that is, but that was a vector artwork, so we're good to go on it. And if I didn't have as a vector artwork, I would clean it up as a bitmap, do a bitmap trace, come in and then pull it that way. So those are all things that we talk about that. All right. With that, we're going to wrap up tonight. Remember, we're about 4 to 6 weeks out on showing you guys, doing production-based ones. We're getting set up for it. We are still on pace for a lot of things happening in October. Wizard launch, Cam's transfers launched, Gangify, DTF launched, mentorship community launch, What was the last one? There's 5 of them, right? DTF, Wizard. I can't even think of 4 of them now. We got a lot of stuff going on for it. Next week's design, one-legged pigeon, right? Let's say we should do that. We should all make it. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see it. To our YouTube members, please show us your combos. Yep. So we can do that. Store credit, store credit, store credit. Get your store credit, baby. We got that. Tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning. What's tomorrow morning's topic? Anybody remember what I said tomorrow's morning's topic was for our Makers Movers podcast in the morning? I'm gonna go look and see because I know we've got stress. I think that's tomorrow. I think tomorrow is stress, to be honest with you. I think it is. Let's see. Let's see what we're talking about tomorrow morning. Because tomorrow morning is going to be November. November. It's not going to be November, you idiot. It's going to be September 17th tomorrow. So as I scroll down here and I looked, it's time management. Nope, we already did that one. Let's go here. Scripts was that one. So the next one, I think it's going to be stop the stress spiral. That's right. The stress spiral, how to break out before burnout hits. So we're going to talk about because we know how easily stress can build up. So we're going to talk about that on tomorrow's episode. Friday's episode is going to be this amazing thing called work-life balance, and that's what we're going to talk about on Friday. And then Monday, we're going to talk about metrics being greater than followers, because why metrics matter more than followers. Vanity metrics are great, but vanity metrics do not pay the bills. So that's what we're going to talk about come Monday. So that's what lineup that's going there for it. As we go through this and we wrap it up and we say hello, hello, good night to everybody, we do have some winner chicken dinner. And our 5-year member, if somebody can give me a right, we got that 5-year member winner. Vi in LA, congrats. You are the winner of that. And our random winner, we're going to pick another one because I don't like this guy. He's an a-hole. And I just said that, and he knows exactly who he is. He knows exactly who it is. The Lord of Printing himself, Brian Bufka. Congratulations, sir. You are the winner. The winter. You're the winner. You're the winner chicken dinner. What do they win, girls? What do they win? What do you win? What do you win? See, he knew exactly who I was talking about. He knew exactly what I was talking about with it. Brian's my football buddy. Brian and I live state away, and don't even on the same team. Don't even care about the same teams. And that's hey, you watching this trashy game? So there. You win a free mini pack. That's what you get on the site. You win a free mini pack. So there you go. Brian and I, you guys won. Okay, with that, do you all still sell the Color Spark reflective adhesive vinyl? No. No. There might be a little left somewhere in inventory, but it's not. We pulled it from the site because we know that there wasn't enough of it. So we're going through with that. Oh, I've got laser work to do tomorrow too. I think I get that. That's another thing. We've got a race that we got. So we got a lot of stuff to go on. Here, you can swap that for a free font too. There it is. Send the SKU. Go there, mini pack, free font, send the SKU right there. I wish I could highlight this, make it this big, put it on there. Send the SKU to info@therightworld. You have 2 weeks to claim. 2 weeks to claim. Go find a mini pack, go find a SKU. You'll be able to do that. There's the links for the mini packs. Remember, TWT 15. Get yourself some Flock and some Puff. I want to see your Flock and Puff designs. And yes, there was, I think somebody asked about a whatchamacallit, for the TRW crew design. Yes, we're giving away store credit for that. So I want to see all your different stone colors and your things that you're using that. So somebody even said that they were going to do it in holographic vinyl. And I'm like, I'm down for that. I want to see the baby bling. You guys show it all off. All right. With that, you guys have an amazing night. Until next time, we do this on Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we'll do another one. 2 Tuesdays after that, we'll do some ball drops. And then next Wednesday, we've got our webinar. We've got a lot of stuff going on. So make sure to like, subscribe, share, follow, do all the things that need to be done. Till next time. Peace, love, press on. We will see you.